Hey guys, Red here, and today I have another tutorial for you. So as you can see behind me I have a TARDIS, and it is fully functional in vanilla Minecraft. So today I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'm going to show you how to make one of these in your own world using command blocks. Well, it's powered by these two big lines of command blocks. It seems that there are too many command blocks, but the system isn't that hard to understand. This tutorial is one of the most requested tutorials that you guys asked me to do. Under my Magic Tent video, you guys told me, can you make a working TARDIS using this system? Well, of course, but we will need some more command blocks because we need to make the TARDIS be able to move around the world. And that's what I did. So let me show you how it works. As I go inside it, boom, I'm teleported inside the TARDIS, and this is bigger in the inside. It's similar to the Magic Tent from Harry Potter, but this time we can move it around the world. So here we have the 4 exits. Now guys, apologies if the TARDIS inside is not the same as in the movie. Don't kill me, internet, because I've never watched one of Doctor Who's episodes. So apologies. I looked around the internet what's about, and I know that it's like a time travel machine that allows you to travel in different places. Well, now in this video it doesn't allow you to travel through time, because I wanted to make this tutorial as simple as possible for you guys to reproduce in your world, but it allows you to teleport in different places of the world. Now here, as you can see, we have some buttons: south, east, north, you know, the cardinal points. And if we press one of these buttons, we can actually move the TARDIS. Every time that we press the button, it goes 5 blocks towards the direction that is indicated on the signs. So let's teleport it, I don't know, we teleported it 10 blocks towards west. Now we go in one of these exits, boom, we are now outside the TARDIS. And as you can see, before the TARDIS was here, somewhere around here, and then it just got teleported 10 blocks in towards this direction, towards west. Now let's say that we want to teleport it towards north. Pay a lot of attention to don't teleport it inside the commands, because these blocks will replace the command blocks. So let's teleport it towards north and a bit towards east. So we go inside it. Let's see. Okay, this and north. Now let's go inside it, and there we go. Yeah, as you can see, the TARDIS teleported again. So guys, you can see here this little mountain that I built, because I want to show you that even if we teleport the TARDIS, I don't know, let's say 5 blocks towards south, it doesn't generate inside the mountain, but it automatically goes on the top of the structure. So let's say that you are in a normal world, not in a super flat world, everything will work fine. So now we want to teleport this TARDIS, let's say 10 blocks towards south. Let's go inside it, boom, and 10 blocks. Let's go back, and as you can see, there we go, the TARDIS is on top of the mountain, and it works perfectly. When you guys are inside, you can make this structure as big as you want. You can destroy these blocks, it will not affect the system that makes it work. You can modify everything in here. For example, here, put items inside, nothing will change, everything will remain inside. There we go. Where's the chest? It's here, and yeah, you can see that all the items are inside because nothing in here is replaced. This system is similar to the Magic Tent system, and it involves teleporting, of course. And if we go in game mode 3 really fast, boom, we can see that here's the actual mini TARDIS, and here's the inside of the TARDIS. So it's in the same way as the tent worked. We have the mini tent in here and the big tent under here. What you have to do, you go under the ground, you choose a position in your map, in your world, and you build this structure. Now make sure that you guys are in the spawn chunks, because if the TARDIS goes outside the spawn chunks, it may not work properly. So make sure that everything's inside the spawn chunks. How to see if you're in the spawn chunks? Well, if you didn't sleep in a bed in that world, just kill yourself, and the place where you respawn, that's a spawn chunk, and all the chunks in a radius of like 16 chunks, it's a really big area, all of those are spawn chunks. If you slept in your bed, what you can do, you can type in the chat this command /set word spawn and then hit enter, and it will set the spawn chunks around you. Okay, now let me go back to the surface and show you how to reproduce this system, this mechanism in your own world. You will need a bit of command blocks. All of these commands can be found in the video description. There's a link, click it and you'll be forwarded to my webpage. All of these commands are in the webpage. Now, we start with these command blocks. This first one is used to create a scoreboard that we will need. All you need to do, you type it in the chat, hit enter, and yeah, of course it didn't create it because I have already created it in my world. Then carrying on, guys, you take this second command block, you go inside your big TARDIS and you place it exactly here, and then you activate it. What it will do, it will create an armor stand named TARDIS in. It is used to find the inside of the TARDIS. Now I'm not going to activate it because I have already created an armor stand, and if we go in game mode 3, you can see that it is here. Then carrying on, you copy the third command block, you go somewhere around your world and you place it down and activate it. What it will do, it will create an armor stand that is used to generate this small TARDIS. Again, I'm not going to activate it because I have already created one, but well, let me show you. Okay, I have killed this armor stand, so now this thing is useless. You place it down and activate it. It will summon an armor stand named TARDIS out, which will indicate the outside TARDIS, and now it just teleported me because of the system. And as you can see, it generated the structure because these other command blocks are already activated. Then carrying on, these two commands are really important, so follow the steps that I'm doing. You copy them, go inside the TARDIS, and what you have to do, you go in each of the four corners of the inside of your TARDIS, you place the first command block down and activate it. Boom, what it does, it summons this armor stand that this time is named TARDIS TP. It will be used to detect when a player goes inside one of the exits, so it can be teleported to the TARDIS up there. Now you have to replicate this in all four the corners, and 4. There we go. Now we have 4 armor stands in all 4 the corners. But there's a problem though, because all of these armor stands are facing in the same direction. So when a player gets teleported to them, sometimes he will look towards the wall or towards that direction, and we need to make the player look towards the inside of the TARDIS and not towards the wall. How do we do that? And before doing anything, make sure to put these signs here. If you press F3, you can see that here it says that you're facing south, so place down a sign and write south on it. Same for all the other remaining signs. When you're looking east, place down a sign that says east, then north, and then west. So when you're looking towards south, you paste in chat this command, and you have to change this number with 0f, 0f, and here 23f. Boom. Then when you're looking to this sign saying east, you have to change the number with -90, so -90. When you're looking to this sign saying north, you have to change the number with 180, and this last one is west, and you have to change it with 90. Boom. What we did with these commands, we just rotated the armor stands, so whenever a player gets teleported to them, they have different rotations that are looking towards the inside of the TARDIS, and when a player is teleported to an armor stand, he takes the same rotation of that armor stand. These two command blocks are similar to the previous two. Let's go back down in the inside of the TARDIS, and they do the same exact thing as the previous 4 armor stands, but now make sure that you place them at least with one block of distance from the previous armor stand. So you know that there is an invisible armor stand here. Make sure that there's at least one block of distance, place the command block down and activate it. Do the same thing in all 4 the corners. Now you go here and you do the same thing. You take the second command, copy it, and when you're looking towards west, you change this number here with 90. When you're looking south, you change this number with, where is it? I have written them on a paper, so I'm looking on the paper, with 0. Then when you're looking at this sign saying east, you have to write minus 90, and then the last one, when you're looking at this sign saying north, you type 180. So 180. And that's it. We have set up all the armor stands that will make this system work. Now let's go to the most interesting part, other command blocks. I have sorted out these command blocks so you can understand better how they work. So command blocks with the same type of wool do the same exact thing, just in a different way. Do you remember that we summoned an armor stand named TARDIS in exactly in this place? Well, make sure to place these buttons at the same level of that armor stand. Now if you go in game mode 3, you can see this armor stand is here, and all you have to do, you place down 4 buttons in all 4 directions, but making sure that they are at the same level of the armor stand. Not here, not in other places. Make sure that they are adjacent to that armor stand. And that armor stand is used to detect when a player clicks one of the buttons that will be used to teleport the TARDIS in different places. Let's go back up. And these command blocks, what they do, they detect when a button is pressed. So whenever a pressed button is detected adjacent to the armor stand named TARDIS in, these commands give a score of 1 to the armor stand named TARDIS out. So whenever a player pushes those buttons, this armor stand here that is inside the TARDIS will receive a score of 1 on the scoreboard that we previously created. The only difference is that they detect the 4 different buttons. Carrying on here, these 2 command blocks, they remove the blocks of the TARDIS. So remember that that armor stand has a score of 1. Whenever an armor stand named TARDIS out has a score of 1, all the blocks near it will be removed. So the lapis blocks and these banners here will be removed. Then carrying on here, this line of command blocks here with the dark gray wool, they teleport that armor stand depending on which button the player has pressed. So let's say that the player pressed a button that was saying east, for example. Well, this command block here will teleport the armor stand towards 5 blocks towards east. If you want it to teleport the armor stand like more blocks at the time, just change this number, I don't know, with different numbers, for example 10. All the other command blocks do the same thing. The only thing is that they detect for the different buttons, and each of the buttons teleports the armor stand in the different direction. For example, this teleports the armor stand 5 blocks towards negative X, which is towards west. This last command block has inside a spread players command. So for those who doesn't know what does a spread player command, it basically teleports randomly a player or an entity in the world depending on the distance that you want to choose. If you choose a really small distance, the armor stand will be teleported to itself. Sometimes it will be teleported with 1 block of distance, but the important thing about this command is that teleports the entities on the highest block on the y-axis. So this is the command block that makes the TARDIS find the highest point, for example on this hill or on a mountain in your world or wherever you want. Now let's carry on with these 4 command blocks. All they do, they replace the buttons with unpushed buttons. Can we call them unpushed or unpressed buttons? They detect when there's a pressed button near the TARDIS, and they replace it with a stone button with a data value of 6. This data value is the data value of unpushed buttons. And the same thing is done in these 4 command blocks because they replace each of the 4 buttons down there. This last command block it just resets the scoreboard of that armor stand there. Because you remember that we gave a score of 1 to that armor stand at the start of the line, and if we don't reset it, it will keep removing the blocks around it, so we don't want this to happen. Let's go on the second line. This line makes the teleportation system work. We start from the bottom, of course, and make sure that the first command block on the line is set to repeat, unconditional and always active, and all the other command blocks up here with chain, unconditional and always active. Same thing for this line of command blocks. Make sure that the first one is set on repeat, unconditional and always active, and all the other command blocks on chain, unconditional and always active. Okay, so this command block here gives a score to the TARDIS, but this one, you remember that these command blocks were giving a score of 1. This time it will give a score of -1 to the armor stand that is named TARDIS out, which is this armor stand. So whenever that armor stand has a score of -1, this time these command blocks will create the structure. You remember that when the score was +1, these command blocks removed the blocks. Well, these command blocks here are recreating the structure again. And all they do, they set, for example, they fill the area with lapis blocks, and these 4 command blocks here are placing the 4 banners. Then this command block here teleports the player to the TARDIS. So you remember that we created some armor stands named TARDIS TP in the big structure down there. Well, this command block detects when a player goes near one of those armor stands and teleports that player to this armor stand up here on the small TARDIS. Carrying on the other command block, this one resets the scoreboard of that armor stand. Why? Because we don't want these command blocks here to constantly replace the blocks around the armor stand. These last 4 command blocks, they teleport the player inside the big TARDIS, which is the TARDIS down there. So whenever a player is detected near this armor stand here with certain head rotations, it gets teleported to the armor stand named TARDIS TP2. So whenever a player is facing north and it is 1 block near the TARDIS, it will be teleported on the inside. And there we go. Let's go outside. As you can see, I'm not teleported if I'm not looking towards the TARDIS. I have to look towards the TARDIS to be teleported in the inside of it. And there we go. The other command blocks, they do the same thing, but they test for the different head rotation of the players. There's 4 positions where you can be teleported. Now you see that here the command will not work because you have to be at the same level of the TARDIS in order to be teleported. So guys, that was my TARDIS machine command system. I tried to make it as simple as possible for you guys to understand how the system works. Of course, I could have added more features to it, like time travel and stuff like that, but you know, the tutorial would be really long and annoying, and I don't want it to be like that. I'll probably make a time machine system, show it to you if you guys want to see it. Not a TARDIS, but a generic time machine to show you guys how to recreate time travel in Minecraft. So guys, that was my TARDIS. I want to show it to you one last time so you can go inside. Let's teleport it, I don't know, west. And if you go here, boom, I got teleported here. Let's teleport, I don't know, towards this direction, south and east. So east, and then south. Let's see, where is the south? There we go. So guys, that was my TARDIS machine, and I hope that you guys liked it. If you did so, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I want to thank you for watching this video until the end. It is a bit longer than the other tutorials, but I think that it's worth it because you guys have been constantly asking it to me. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you all guys in my next video. Bye.